Today, August 9th, we celebrate the heavenly birthday of a true legend. Born in Newark, New Jersey in 1963 and raised in a family rich with musical heritage, she would go on to grace the world with a voice that soared beyond imagination. Today, we honor Whitney Elizabeth Houston on her heavenly birthday. Whitney Elizabeth Houston was born on August 9, 1963 in Newark, New Jersey. Music was in her blood. Her mother, Cissy Houston, was a gospel singer, and her cousin was none other than Dionne Warwick. Growing up as a choir director's kid, Whitney's voice was molded in the church, much like my own experience. Gospel music wasn't just a genre. It was the foundation of our sound, our soul, and our storytelling. With a voice that could soar through octaves and touch hearts around the world, Whitney took the music industry by storm. 11 number-one singles on Billboard Hot 100, over 220 million records sold, and the first artist to have 7 consecutive number-one hits, 8 Grammy Awards, 16 Billboard Music Awards, 2 Emmy Awards, and 30 Guinness World Records, just to name a few. Houston seamlessly transitioned into acting, delivering memorable performances in films such as The Bodyguard, 1992, where she starred alongside Kevin Costner. The film's soundtrack, featuring the iconic I Will Always Love You, became the best-selling soundtrack of all time. She also starred in and produced films like Waiting to Excel, 1995, and The Preacher's Wife, 1996, and Cinderella, 1997, further showcasing her versatility and talent. But beyond the numbers, Whitney was a trailblazer. She broke racial and gender barriers in the music industry. She made pop music soulful and gospel mainstream. She opened doors for the next generation of artists like myself, who were raised on the power of a song that tells a story. Aretha Franklin connected Whitney to myself in more ways than just one. We both loved Aretha. We both sang at alto bellies. And most importantly, we were both CDKs, choir directors' kids. Our mothers' journeys were parallel, and our musical roots ran very deep. Before Whitney and I were even born, my mom knew both Cissy and Aretha. Aretha traveled with Sam Cooke, and my mother's song was one of the first ever produced on Sam Cooke's SAR Records label. Whitney's mom sang background for Aretha, and my mom's music was intertwined with gospel legends of that era. The legacy of gospel, soul, and R&B connected us all in ways we may never fully understand. Whitney's life was not without struggle, but through it all, her voice remained timeless. She gave us music that will never fade. She gave us moments that will never be forgotten. And she gave us a reminder that behind the fame, behind the talent, was a woman searching for love, faith, and peace. On February 11, 2012, Whitney was found unresponsive in the bathtub of her suite at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. The official cause of death was accidental drowning, with heart disease and drug use identified as contributing factors. In the years following Whitney Houston's passing, questions have lingered. Bobby Brown's sister, Leola Brown, publicly expressed her suspicions, believing that Whitney's death was not an accident. She has spoken out about inconsistencies in the events leading up to that tragic day, questioning the circumstances surrounding her drowning in a Beverly Hills hotel bathtub. While no official evidence suggests foul play, these concerns remain a part of the ongoing conversation about Whitney's final moments. What we do know is that she left behind a legacy that is untouchable, a voice that is irreplaceable, and a story that will continue to be told. As Whitney herself once said, "You can fool people. You can fool anybody any time of the day, but you can't fool yourself. At night, when you go home, you've got to be straight up with you." Through all the highs and lows, Whitney was always real, and that is why we will always love her. Her legacy lives on through every artist she inspired, every note she sang, and every life she touched. Whitney Houston wasn't just a singer. She was a force, a once-in-a-lifetime talent that the world will never forget. Happy heavenly birthday, Whitney. You are sorely missed, but your voice, your spirit, and your music will live on forever. If you enjoyed this tribute to Whitney, drop your favorite Whitney moment in the comments. That's a hard one, I know. But I have to say mine would be her singing the national anthem and just her beaming smile when she finished. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more stories beyond the legends that have shaped our lives. Until next time, keep the music alive by checking out this next video.